He was much more upfront, Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson from Chicago, Illinois.
Yes, sir.
Says that you just finished work on a Disney cruise ship?
Yes. Yes.
You're here because you think you're the next American Idol?
Yes, I do.
You think you're the best that we can find in America?
Yes.
Go for it.
All right. It's an evil wind that blows no good, yeah, yeah. It's a heartache, it's a heartache when love is gone, and there's no one blinder than you won't see.
Today, a family and a community are grieving, but we want them to take comfort in knowing that Chicago police and detectives will continue to work around the clock.
The bodies of two people are found in a home this afternoon on the city's south side, and property records reveal this house belongs to the mother of Oscar-winning actress Jennifer Hudson.
A large police presence here. They have the street basically cut off entirely. The medical examiner has confirmed the deaths of two people at this home that we're talking about. That's at 7019 South Yale. We're being told by the medical examiner that the victims include an adult woman and an adult man.
There was so many shocks involved in it. Like, I can't even get over, like, who do I grieve for first? Of course, I'm gonna think of my mother, because this is my mother. So I think of her a lot. Julian or my brother. I have moments where it's bits and pieces, like it's too much.
You know, they were real nice people. You know, I'm totally surprised that this had to happen. You know, this is just very sad for pretty much everybody out here right about now.
There really wasn't never no trouble, family, you know, you never really heard anything from them or things like that. So it is kind of a shock.
Hudson's 7-year-old nephew is missing.
All I ask, I don't care who you are, just let my baby go, please. Let my son go. Please, that's all I ask.
At this time, we can confirm that the body located inside the vehicle was the body of 7-year-old Julian King. The vehicle was towed to the Area 5 and remains there for forensic processing.
You know, the family ain't deserved nothing like this, man. You know, they was real good people, you know. They ain't hurt nobody, never did nothing to nobody.
Hudson spoke softly while on the stand, telling jurors she went to elementary school with Balfour, saying she always disliked him and objected when her sister started dating him. We did not like how he treated her, and I did not like how he treated my nephew, she said.
Now, the defense argues Hudson's brother was a drug dealer who put his family in a dangerous situation. They also say investigators wrongfully zeroed in on Balfour because they had a high-profile case on their hands and needed a suspect.
You wanted her dead, didn't you?
No, not at all. We wasn't even in a relationship anymore.
You told people that you wanted her dead, didn't you?
That never occurred. On my whole allegation.
You never said it?
No. Never, not one time did I ever threaten her. Period.
The Hudsons were known as a church-going family from the south side of Chicago. 3 children were born to Mother Darnell and Father Samuel Simpson. Samuel Simpson was a Greyhound bus driver who fathered 27 children, 11 girls and 16 boys. Although Samuel died in 1999 when the children were teens, Darnell cared for the household most of the time, even before his death. Darnell was a shy, quiet woman, but no stranger to challenges and struggles of life. However, she never let her circumstances define her. Instead, she used them as motivation to create a better life for herself and her children. Jennifer and her siblings, Julia and Jason, shared a unique bond that weathered the highs and lows of life. Growing up in the bustle city of Chicago, the Hudson siblings formed a tight-knit family unit that embraced love, music, and mutual support for each other. Jason was born on February 17, 1979, and described as a supportive and loving brother. He discovered his passion for mechanics early, and as a skilled mechanic, he was very reliable and respected by his sisters. Friends described him to reporters as a fun guy who liked barbecue, sports, and video games. He was a really nice guy, his neighbor told ABC News. Nobody ever had any bad blood against this man. Born on October 23rd, Julia is a woman of strength and resilience. As Julia grew older, she found her passion for driving and became a local school bus driver. She always offered her family a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, and a helping hand. band. Jennifer's talent was evident even in their early years. Born September 12, 1981, at the age of 7, she honed her singing abilities in a local church choir and acted in community theaters. At 21, she signed her first recording contract with Righteous Records, a Chicago-based indie record label, while working for Disney Cruise Lines aboard the Disney Wonder. Before she got her start in Hollywood, she sung as one of the muses from Hercules.
I feel like it was just yesterday that I was on the ship, and now I'm here as the godmother and I'm christening the new ship. So I'm really trying to like live in the moment and take in every moment and every minute of this because it's that exciting for me. Well, I got to live my dream on a Disney Wonder. I mean, music is what I love to do, so being on the ship and being able to do that night after night was like a dream for me, and it was exciting. And one of my favorite moments was singing Circle of Life and Disney Dreams. That was the play.
By 2004, Jennifer wanted to take her chance, hoping for a golden ticket on a popular show called American Idol. With encouragement from her tight-knit family, she auditioned, made it on the show, and was released from her 5-year contract with Righteous Records.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The best singer I've heard so far. Brilliant.
Wow, thank you so
Paula?
much.
No doubt about it. You can sing your behind off. You got an excellent voice.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very, very good. Randy, yes or no?
Definitely yes for me.
Paula?
Amen.
Jennifer? See you in Hollywood.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to Hollywood, girl.
Thank you. I'm gonna
She wowed America and the judges for several weeks with her unbelievable singing, voice, and charisma. After the show wrapped up, Jennifer's success came very fast for the star. In 2006, she was featured in Dreamgirls with a star-studded cast including Eddie Murphy and Beyonce.
down the mountains, yeah, scream and shout. You can say what you want, I ain't walking out. Stop over rivers, push, strike, and kill. I'm not gonna leave ya. There's nowhere I will. And I'm telling you.
She earned a collection of Best Supporting Actress awards, including an Oscar. And when Jennifer went to the ceremony, she brought her mother as her date.
Wow, if my grandmother was here to see me now. She was my biggest inspiration for everything because she was a singer and she had the passion for it, but she never had the chance. And that was the thing that pushed me forward to continue. But I'm so grateful to have my mother here celebrating with me, my boyfriend, my sisters, and my brothers back home, and then I got 2 of them here. Thank you all for being here and supporting me.
At that time, Jennifer was already carving her name for herself and was on the cusp of superstardom. But just as she was about to peak in her career, tragedy hit the Hudson family in the worst way. All 3 siblings, Jason, Julia, and Jennifer, lived with their mother in an Inglewood neighborhood until 2006. That year was the turning point in the Hudson household, especially for the sisters. Jennifer moved out of the family home in 2006 as she was reaping professional success and her personal life was also changing drastically. It wasn't long after the talented artist marked her 27th birthday by getting engaged to a professional wrestler, actor, and attorney, David, just 7 months after meeting. In 2006, 31-year-old Julia also tied the knot to a 27-year-old man named William. The Hudson family was quite familiar with William since he and Jennifer had known each other from junior high. However, Jennifer would later reveal that she never liked William and tried to keep her distance from him. According to reports, William was a 10th grade dropout, and he claimed no one cared for him after his mother abandoned the family. Since he was 14 years old, William had been a career criminal with a long list of offenses attached to his name. According to his therapist, his mother left him with an intense sense of loss and abandonment, as well as serious anger issues. He suffered from depression and often lashed out at women because of this. In the late 1990s, William was arrested and convicted of attempted murder, vehicle hijacking, and possession of a stolen vehicle, earning him 7 years in prison. But once he was released in 2006, he tied the knot with Julia despite Jennifer's objection. Hudson and William eloped on December 30th, 2006, shortly after William was released from prison. William was out on parole when he reconnected with Julia, a single mom who was driving a school bus for a living at the time. Once they got married, William became a self-described proud parent to Julia's young son, Julian King, from a previous relationship. Julian was the Hudson's family's sunshine. He was described as an easygoing kid who went by the nicknames Juicebox and Dr. King. Julian loved his family, especially his grandmother, and preferred staying in the home with her rather than going outside. Unfortunately, the relationship between Julia and William was very rocky from the start. Reports stated that Jennifer witnessed how William didn't treat her sister and nephew well. Reports also exposed that he was allegedly dealing with other women during their relationship. Although Jennifer begged Julia over and over again not to marry him, she did. Down the line, Julia alleged that William grew jealous of her relationships. Julia said in court documents that he got angry when Jennifer would send her gifts and when Julia's 7-year-old son, Julian King, kissed her. "Julian couldn't kiss me," he would say. "Don't kiss my wife. Julian couldn't lay up under me. That's my wife. Get up off my wife." He was very jealous of Julian, she testified. Eventually, Julia had enough and the two separated in February 2008. However, they continued to have a physical relationship for months after they departed. Time and time again, he still tried to get back with his wife, to the point of allegedly threatening her if she wouldn't stay with him. She said William told her, quote unquote, "If you leave me, you will be the last to die. I'm going to kill your family first." However, she said she never reported any of the alleged threats to the police because she simply didn't believe him. But by May 2008, the Hudsons were officially over William as a whole. That same month, William was kicked out of their family home by Darnell, their mother. Consequently, Julia filed for divorce and soon after started dating again. Despite going their separate ways, William seemed unsettled. He allegedly harbored anger towards Julia and her family, while his ex-wife moved on with her life. According to reports, this allegedly opened the floodgates of rage and jealousy within William as through his eyes. According to his therapist, this situation was considered yet another woman in his life abandoning him. So on October 24th, the day after Julia's 33rd birthday, William allegedly returned to the family home to do the unthinkable. On October 24, 2008, Julia started the day working as a bus driver, but when she was leaving the house, her ex-husband stopped by the residence between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. Witnesses claimed that William had become Julia's stalker since he had been booted out of the Hudson's home. William was sent over the edge that particular day after catching sight of a bunch of balloons from Julia's celebration the night before. Reports claim he saw some birthday balloons and believed they were from another man. He allegedly confronted her about seeing other people, although William had moved on himself and had a pregnant girlfriend. Julia, not wanting to start drama with William, paid him no mind and left to go to work for the day. However, reports say William stood outside of the home. Not long after she left, it was alleged that William went inside the house where he shot Julia's mother, Miss Darnell. After that, he allegedly went to Jason's room and shot him twice as he laid in the bed. These gunshots didn't raise any alarms in the neighborhood at all. Although some neighbors said they heard gunshots, due to how normal they occur, they were not reported. Sadly, hours went by before there were any help for the Hudson family. It took Julia to find her family on her own after returning home for work. That afternoon, Julia walked up to the home and found bullet holes in the front door. She said she saw her mother's body first and immediately ran outside and called 911 before realizing she didn't know where her brother or 7-year-old son were. Once
Somebody help! Please!
Gun.
Please, somebody kill my mama! Oh my God!
I don't understand what you're saying. You gotta stop screaming.
Somebody kill my mama! Somebody kill my mama, please!
Somebody did what?
Somebody kill my mama!
Somebody killed your mother.
No, please help me! Please help me!
Where are you? What's the address?
West Yard, South Yale Avenue.
What?
Oh my God! Oh my God! 7019 South Yale.
Does she need an ambulance?
I don't know. I'm scared. Please, somebody, please send an ambulance. Yes.
Hold
please.
on. Stay on the line. Don't hang up.
Somebody, please.
I can help you.
Please. Please, please.
Where are you?
I'm at 7019 South Yale.
70,
And I got
79 what?
7019 South Yale.
What's going on?
I don't know. Like she been shot. Can you please send an ambulance, please?
What happened?
I don't know. She's on the floor. I see blood coming from her head.
Is she breathing?
I don't know. I didn't even touch her. I just ran out the house.
Do you know what happened? Did she fall?
No, I just got home from work, and it's a bullet. It's a bullet hole in our front door.
Is a bullet hole in your front door?
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 57 years old. Please help my mama.
All right. Are you guys in the house?
Yes. Please send an ambulance.
All right. 7919 South Yale.
Yes.
All right. We're on our way.
I thought you said 7019.
Is it 7019, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay.
7019.
All right. We're on our way. Thanks, please.
Right.
Okay, look out for the ambulance.
Hello, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. Is this a house or apartment?
It's a house. It's on the first floor on the floor.
Okay. What's your last name?
Richard, like somebody killed my mother.
What's your last name?
Like somebody killed my mother.
Your last name?
Something wrong. Excuse me.
What's your last name?
My last name is Hudson.
Okay. Do you see any blood on her?
I don't know, Richard. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
scared. I don't know.
Okay. The police and the ambulance are on the way over there. Okay.
My mama.
They're on
My mama.
The ambulance is on the way, and the police.
Yes. Okay. Please. Where's my brother at? What happened? Go to the house. Someone, my mama, and I don't know what she in the house on the floor, and it's a gunshot. Look at the door. I went in there because I went in the house with my mom, and she on the floor. I ain't touched her. I ain't did nothing. All I could do was run. I don't know what Juliet is or nothing, and I'm here by myself. Yes.
Once police arrived to the scene, Jason's dead body was found, and authorities announced that the incident appeared to be domestic related.
It appears that it could be related, domestic related, but until the investigation is complete, until we've gathered all the facts, we would be speculating, but it appears to be domestic related at this point.
However, Jason's car and Julian were nowhere to be found, which prompted a child abduction alert.
All I ask, I don't care who you are, just let my baby go. Please. Let my son go. Please, that's all I ask.
3 days later, on October 27, Julian was found with a man walking his dog spotted Jason's stolen SUV and reported it to police. Julian's body was inside, covered in a shower curtain.
The frantic two-day search for actress Jennifer Hudson's missing nephew ended this morning with the worst possible outcome: the discovery of an SUV missing from the crime scene with a boy's body inside.
We can confirm that the body located inside the vehicle was the body of 7-year-old Julian King.
Jennifer Hudson has remained in seclusion since returning to Chicago late Friday, although she did put up a $100,000 reward for the safe return of Lil Julian.
When Jennifer learned about the brutal murders of her mother and brother, as well as the disappearance of Julian, she immediately flew home to Chicago. At the morgue, she identified the lifeless bodies of Darnell and Jason. William was taken into custody on the same day of the incident. However, he claimed he had nothing to do with it.
Okay, I'll stand and turn around.
You done through? Go through? Yeah. Turn. Running back your head. Sit down. Take your belt off. Shoes. Shoelaces first, and then you said take the shoelaces? Take shoelaces first, and then you keep your shoes, we just want to look inside. bottom of your feet. No, you can leave it on. Let's see the other one. All right.
All right, we'll be back in to talk to you, okay?
Hey, William, how you doing? Stand up for a minute, will you, partner?
There you go, buddy. You stand right here. Face me. Turn that way, face the blue wall. All right, face the yellow wall. Okay.
William, you can have a seat. Detective, Detective Kelly, okay? You have the right to remain silent, do you understand that? Anything you say can only be used against you in a court of law, do you understand that? You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you are being questioned, do you understand that? If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You understand that? You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions and make any statements. Do you understand that? Okay. And do you understand each of the rights I have given you? Knowing these rights, do you want to talk to us?
What am I being charged with?
Well, at this point, that's not up to us. It's an investigation at this point.
Why am I here?
You're here because your mother-in-law, your ex-mother-in-law, and ex-brother-in-law were found dead.
But what they got to do with me being here?
That's what we're here. That's what we're trying to find out. We're hoping you can clarify that for us.
Here, let's put it this way, William. You're under arrest, okay? You've been arrested before, correct? Okay, let me finish. You can be arrested and not charged with anything. You understand the difference?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Need you to take your clothes off and put these on.
It's cold as hell in here.
Well, we'll see if we can find his jacket or something.
We don't need your underwear.
We don't need your underwear, just your outer clothing.
Or your socks.
I have these clothes on all day today.
Just the underwear.
Huh?
Yeah, that's fine.
So just a pants, shirt, and shoes. Do some, put you on your feet. Okay, that's it. No,
We don't want your shorts.
those are for your feet. And that goes on now.
How long I got?
We'll see. Kind of got it on backwards, but it don't matter. Put it on any way you're comfortable in. Usually you put it, step into it. See what I mean? It's the opposite of the way you did it. Okay. Step into it. Okay.
Why is your car over I'm just gonna put it out for you, so you have a little privacy there. Got it? Why is your car over by Roberson High School?
The power steering going on
The what?
there. Power steering. The steering. You can't drive the car.
Okay, when did you park it there?
Oh, shoot. Parked it there. Well, when I got done seeing my wife.
When was that?
It was early this morning. She had to be to work at 8, so the car has been parked there since like 8:30.
After you saw her, you parked it there?
After I seen her, I went to the gas station to get some power steering fluid. If you look at it, it's power steering fluid all around where it go at.
The pump is leaking or something?
The hose? I think it's the hose. It's not the pump.
So, but you had the car at the house?
It was parked in the driveway.
Okay.
She opened up the window. She told me to come in. I came in, synced her. We both left out together.
And where was your son at that point?
I don't know, I didn't see him.
You didn't see your son?
Can we clarify, is he your, just so I got it straight, is he your son or your stepson?
My stepson.
Okay, go ahead.
Her brother didn't want nobody in the house. So, had to be quiet going through there. Went in there, synced her, we both took off. I called her. She had her car parked in the front, I had mine, like in the driveway, that's the alley part. We met up, she was coming this way, I was coming that way, we met up. And I got behind her, I went to the gas station, then I headed over there. Parked the car, power steering wasn't working at all.
What time was that, William?
I'm guessing around like, she had to be to work at 8 o'clock, she was already late, it was like 8:15. So it probably had to been 8:30 that the car was parked over there.
Where do you live now? Where do you put your head down like on a regular basis?
1925 South Spot.
Where you were with this girl? And this cafe, is that her name? This girl's house you were at?
Yeah.
Is that her name?
Well, I'm not gonna say I usually lay my head there, because I used to be over at my mama's house.
On calls?
Right.
How did you get to 19th and Spalding?
I told them I got on L and I got on bus on 22nd and Survey.
Okay. When you parked your car in the driveway, was Jason's car in the driveway?
His truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, his truck always in the driveway in the morning.
Okay.
Always.
Now, you told the other guys that you first talked to that his car was out south, that the Suburban
No, he got the question wrong. He asked me, where was my Chrysler at? He said, where's your car at? And I told him it's out south. It's on 69th and Norman by Roberson High School. He called the other dude back and he like, the truck over there. I'm like, no, that's where my car at. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, nah, he said that's where his car at. And he keep asking me where the truck at. And I'm gonna tell you something that I don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? Like I told them, and I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing. They tried to protect their sister's name. Now, in all actuality, her brother had a lot of enemies. You know what I'm saying? Because he pushed weight about the crib. That's one of the reasons I left about that house. It was a drug house. What more do you expect? It was a drug house.
What kind of weights he pushing?
You say what?
What's he, cocaine or rock? Or
Yeah, cocaine.
Okay.
You know, he created a lot of enemies over there. You know, he talked about this guy, word got back around. It was a hit. Everybody just branched themselves away from him. I stayed about their business because that's not my priority no more because I don't stay there. You know what I'm saying? So
She work?
She worked at Sunrise Bus Company.
Okay. You know where that is? I don't.
It's on 830 and Vincent, well, 85th and Vincent.
All right, no, maybe I do. told me. So, you ended up, I'm unsure, you called her this morning?
Yeah, I called my wife this morning, she didn't answer.
Okay,
So I thought she was with her boyfriend,
okay,
but I seen her car out there.
okay.
So I pulled up in the driveway. I got out the car.
In the driveway, you mean behind Jason's truck? Or what?
It's a car right there in between.
There's a shit box there that hasn't been moved in 10 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I parked right there.
Behind that?
Right.
Well, where was Jason's
Where
truck?
was Jason's truck?
Jason's truck was in front of that car. It was like, you got his truck right here, you got the car right here, and you have my car right there.
And you were closest to the street.
No, Jason's truck is in the front. That's the closest to the street.
Okay.
Like I told you before, my car is closer to the
So
alley.
you came in from the back then?
Right, I came down the alley.
Okay.
All right, so I got it straight in my mind. It's your car.
No.
Wait, closest to the alley is your car.
Right.
The old shit box that hasn't moved in 20 years or a while is in the middle, and Jason is pulled in. Okay, so your car and Jason's car would be facing each other if there wasn't a car in the middle.
Nah, it wouldn't be facing each other because his front end was facing outwards.
All right, he backed in. All right.
Right, both eyes.
So you get over there.
She's swinging the window shade open. The little curtain,
Yeah.
she opened the curtain to the window.
Did she ever answer the phone?
No.
All right,
But she heard my car when I pulled up.
All right.
So she slid the window thing open. I look, I'm like, what's up? And she kept pointing this way, so I walked around to the front.
All right.
So I'm like, what's going on? She like, you gotta be quiet. I'm like, for what? She like, my brother in there. Oh man, so we walk in, go to the room. I get in the room,
What room did you go?
her room.
Which room is it?
It's the second, well, you walk in, you make a right, and then you make a left.
The one with the mattress against the wall?
Exactly.
Okay.
We get in there, and I'm like, she's showing me the little gift that her sister bought her for her birthday.
Okay. What was that?
A computer. It was in a little see-through bag with an Apple sign on it.
Okay. Like a laptop? Something you can carry with you?
What?
Go ahead.
So after that, I was like, what you doing today? And she like, I don't know. She always tell me she don't know because the guy might pop up and tell her, man, let's go somewhere. So I was like, okay, well, just hit me up when you get a chance. And she was like, I love you. I'm like, you know I love you too. She was going to her car. I turned around.
Her car's parked on the street in front
Right,
of the house?
my car was parked behind her mother's car.
All right. Her mama's is the Toyota. The Toyota.
The real?
Isn't that, that's a Toyota. Is that her mama's car?
The Avalon. Well, yeah, that is a Toyota, my bad. Okay, yeah, it was parked
It's a
behind.
nice Toyota. Go ahead.
Right, so it was parked behind her mother's car.
All right.
So I turned around and I look at her. I'm like, I want to see you later. Call me up. She like, well, I'm like, call me up. And she like, okay. We both get in the car. Usually she'll let her car warm up, but today she didn't. So I backed clean up out of there and went down the alley. I called her at the end of the alley.
Which way did you go, north or south? Towards
North.
North towards 69th?
Right.
All right. Go ahead.
So we got right there. She turned, and I turned about the alley. I caught her at the stoplight on Wentworth on 70th First or 70th and Wentworth. And I pulled around to the gas station and bought some power steering fluid.
How'd you pay for it?
It was $239.
You got a receipt?
No, but the guy at the gas station, he know.
He knows you?
They got cameras. No, he don't know me, but they got cameras up there. So I bought that.
Where's it, 69th and Wentworth?
No, the gas station right there on 71st and Vincent.
What kind of gas station? What
I
brand?
think it's a Citgo.
Is that the only one there?
That's the only one right
Right.
there. Yeah, so.
Who owns it, Arabs, black guys? Who waited on you?
Arab.
Okay, go ahead.
So I got the power steering. I pulled around just so I can get the car from facing in a bogus direction. And I popped the hood and put the power steering in there. But it leaked out so quick, by the time I had got to 69, I couldn't park on the side of the street where the school is. So I had to park it on the other side. And there was some construction workers out there. Some Mexicans out there. And after that, I had just walked to the L. Because the L, right? Robertson School right here.
I know
The L is
the L.
It's like 5 blocks over.
Did you pay for the L? Did you use a card, or what did you do?
They took my bus card out of my pocket.
That's what
I
you
got
used?
a 7-day.
Okay.
I got a 7-day bus card.
Okay. And you used that?
Yeah.
And you went from 69th to where?
Cermak.
Okay.
22nd. And I got on the Cermak bus and took it over there to Spalding.
Okay. Do you know about what time that was?
I think it was probably like around 10:10 or something like that. I know it was a little bit past 10.
When you got on 69th Street, it was.
Oh, shit. I think that was like around like, what, probably 8:30.
Okay.
8:30. It ain't no exact time, but I'm just telling you that.
Yeah, I know. I don't expect you to look at your watch every 2 seconds.
No, but that's the time I had. Got on the L, took off. Got to 22nd and got on the bus. I waited on the bus for probably about 5 minutes, and it took me straight down.
Where'd you get off at Kedzie or?
No, Spalding.
At 22nd, right?
Right,
And you just
22nd.
walked?
Right, it ain't nothing but a
I was all that couple blocks.
Yeah, 2-block walk.
You been there all day?
Yeah, ever since I got off the bus.
I'm just asking.
No, I'm just telling. Yeah, I've been there since I got off the bus because it was her daughter's birthday yesterday. Shit, man. I don't know.
Where'd you
Yeah,
sleep last night?
I kept getting, you say what?
Where'd you sleep last night?
I slept on 83rd, 84th, and Ellis. 83rd, 84th, and Ellis, yeah.
What's there?
Cause she, huh?
What's there?
That's another one of my people that stay over there.
People are abroad. Is it somebody you're fucking, or is it, I don't, it's your business. Or is it one of your people?
It's a female, but I wouldn't call her no broad or nothing like that.
Was she a relative, or?
No, she's just a friend.
Just a friend?
She's just a friend.
You know her name and phone number and all that shit?
I know her phone number.
What's her
Her
name?
name, Diana Grant.
Grant?
Grant.
She lives around 80, somewhere over there, right? 83rd, 84th and Ellis?
83rd, 84th, and Ellis. It's the only building on the corner.
What's her phone number?
It's 946-0568.
Is that her cell or her home phone?
Her cell phone number. Her number in my phone.
Donna Grant?
Right. Should tell you I was there last night.
What time did you get there last night?
Oh. I couldn't even tell you.
Well, give me a ballpark.
Probably about 11 o'clock. Cause she was with me yesterday, cause I was over there on 79 South Chicago. I was over there around about probably 8 or 9 o'clock.
Last night?
Right, cause my van was stuck in the middle of the street. He ain't had no oil in it.
Your guy? Some guy you helped?
No, he my best friend.
Okay.
He stayed on 72nd and yeah.
But about, again, nobody expects you to look at your watch every 5 minutes. Around 11, give or take, you ended up at her house.
Right, she was with me, I say almost all yesterday.
Okay.
Cause I was with.
Did your guy call you and tell you to come over, ask you to come up with the van, or?
Yeah.
All right. And she was with you then?
Yeah.
Okay.
We was right there by Maxwell.
Okay. Who went to her crib? Just the two of you?
Right.
Who else lives there? Just her? She got kids, or?
Yeah, she lived. Her father stayed there.
This is a house or an apartment?
It's an apartment.
All right. Is her old man there? Her father?
Her father, no, she stay upstairs, her father stay downstairs. She only stay in that.
Is it a 2-flat?
No, it's like what is it, a 3-flat?
Okay, it's not a big fucking 20-unit apartment building.
No. It's a lot of units in there, cause they got the front, and they got middle, and they got a back.
Does it look like a 2-flat or a 3-flat that's just cut up? Never mind, forget it. Forget it.
It looked like that.
So what time did you leave out of there this morning?
Roughly like around 7:30.
And you went where?
I went over there to the area, to, on Yale.
Why did you go on Yale?
Huh?
Why did you go on Yale?
She always texts me. She texted me yesterday and told me not to go in, she wanted to see me. My wife did.
Not to go in the house?
Right.
You got bad blood with Jason?
What you mean bad blood?
You don't get along.
No, it ain't no bad blood. He just don't want nobody around, period, after what happened. Cause when I was locked up.
What happened? I don't know what happened.
No, that's what I'm finna tell you.
Okay, I'm listening.
When I was locked up, they stole $1,500 out that crib.
You did?
No, I was locked up.
Okay.
When I was locked up, they stole $1,500 out that crib. I get out. Me and his sister, she called me up and was like, man, what's up? I'm like, man, I'm on the block. And she was like, where at? I'm like, I'm across the street. So she was like, come here, I want to see you. I'm like, you come to me, come to the back of the hill in the playground. So she gets to tell me about how they stole the money up out of there. They go out of town, somebody break in the house, steal some drugs up out of there, you know, like I told you. They kicked the back door open. That's when Jennifer came into play. She had bars and locks, new doors and stuff put on there.
How long ago is this that we're talking about?
When she had it done? Probably roughly like 4 months ago.
Right.
Like 4 months ago.
How long has that family been living here?
Well, I don't know, but like when I had moved over there, when I was a baby, they was staying.
Okay. When did you, how old are you, 27?
27.
How long did you live over there, 20 years? How old were you when you moved over there? About?
Probably like 5 or 6.
So they've been there 15, 20 years minimum, right?
Right, that I know of. And then.
But did you know she lived there before that? That's all.
Yeah.
All right. That's all we're trying to figure out, how long they lived there.
We all grew up together. We all did. Me, her, Jennifer, and Jason. We knew each other well. Up until now.
How long have they been doing away from your house?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, it's probably been like a year and a half, or maybe 2 years.
Jason keep a gun in the house?
He used to keep 2 guns in the house.
Where did he keep them?
I have no idea. I didn't go in that boy room like that.
Well, how do you know he had 2 guns?
Shoot. His sister showed me to me.
What kind of guns?
I don't know. She just pulled them out. And that was
Which sister? Your wife?
My wife.
Okay.
She knew where it was. She knew where everything was that he had.
You know what an automatic and a revolver is the difference, don't you?
You say what?
The difference between an automatic and a revolver?
Yeah, that's a revolver on your hip.
Right. What did you see?
They was automatics. They looked at like, to tell you the truth, they looked at like some little guns, like probably a 9 or something.
380 or a 9?
Something like that. It looked at like 2 3/8s.
When's the last time you were actually, oh, that was this morning.
Yeah.
Before this morning, when was the last time you were in there?
Oh, last time I was in
Are you two divorced or getting divorced or?
No, we're not divorced. We weren't planning on getting no divorce.
Are you for a real marriage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got marriage certificate and all that.
I believe you.
But you're not that baby's, you're not the little guy's father.
No.
Who is the
I'm
father?
not his real father.
That's what we mean. His biological father.
But I'm not his real
Who
father.
is his biological father? Do you know?
Yeah, I know. His name Greg something. Probably Greg King, because his last name is King, and I'm quite sure she gave him
King or Kane?
King, like
King.
K-I-N-G. Greg King.
Where's he from?
He over there for Lawlessness. He's still on 71st and Lawlessness.
What's he all
Oh, Greg?
about? Yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell you the truth, I really don't know him. I see him a couple of times, and that's it. I say what's up to him, and he keep going.
He take care of the kid? Money-wise or anything like that? If you know.
From what she was telling me, he was giving her $50 a month for him. But he was well taken care of anyway, because I was taking care of him.
I don't mean he wasn't well taken care of. Don't jump to conclusion. I just mean it's the guy taking care of him, that's all.
Yeah,
You know, there's some guys who have 50 kids out there and they don't do shit for any of them, you know that. When's the last time you saw him? Did he come over to the house?
He came over to the house one night while me and my wife was outside talking. But it was late at night, it was probably like at 11 o'clock.
How long ago?
It was real hot that night. Probably like 2 or 3 months ago.
There bad blood between you and him? Her and him?
I don't know about her and him, but...
Like she ever motherfuck him? You know, I mean...
She ever who?
She ever motherfuck him? Like talking to you and say that fucking guy never gives me no money? That kind of shit.
She talk about everybody she used to be with, period.
Same
she
way.
talk about him.
She talk about you and she's not with you, probably.
Probably. That's how it works, you know how it goes. Greg a good guy. You know, he probably made a little mistakes and whatever.
She working guy?
No. He got...
He has other interests?
3 baby mamas.
Okay.
That says it all for him.
Who lived in that house besides the mother, the brother? Your wife just moved back in there?
No, tell you the truth, she never moved out.
Okay.
She brought a lot of her clothes over to the new place. I was in and out of that every other night because she wanted...
Where's the new place?
That was a new place on 56 in Sacramento.
See, we didn't know anything about this.
Right. She had the place up. It was in her name, but we both put the money up.
Whatever, okay.
Right, so...
It's an apartment or a house?
It was a studio.
Okay.
So
she was gonna move out and be on her own?
No, we was gonna move together and live together.
Alright.
But somebody kept breaking in the crib over there, the studio.
Okay.
So she got upset. It's time to go. I want my money back. That's the first thing she said. Whatever. We call him up.
So, as of recently, it's been her, the little boy, the mother, and the brother. They're the only 4 who live there?
Right.
Regularly?
That's who I knew stayed in there when I stayed there. Now, when I left about it...
Because it's a big place.
Well, I know that.
And there's stuff everywhere. There could be 30 people living in there, I couldn't tell.
Well, her uncle, he comes out there every now and then.
What's his first name?
I just used to call him Uncle Buster.
Is he sickly?
I have no clue.
Right.
He move around good.
Okay.
So I say no.
Right.
Yeah,
How old Uncle Buster, give or take?
He probably about 60.
Okay.
Yeah, he got the room by her mama room that stayed locked all the time.
That's the one upstairs?
Yeah. He got that room.
The one facing
Yale?
Yale?
That his room?
Yeah.
If you were looking out his window, what are you looking at? You're looking at the street.
Right. You looking out his window, you be looking at the street.
Your mama's room was just to the left of there as you look at the street.
A room connected like that.
When was the last time you were up there?
And the mama room?
Upstairs, yeah.
When her mama went out of town, my wife called me to come upstairs through the back door. And
You want some coffee? It's warm. You want some coffee?
No, I don't drink coffee.
Want a pop?
No, I don't drink water. I'll take
Just
some
give
water.
this to them guys. We'll We'll be right back. Brother down there?
No. My brother here in Chicago.
Where's your brother live?
He's still on Coles.
Coles? What does he do?
He works for Chipotle.
For what?
Chipotle.
What is that?
It's a restaurant.
Where's-
Downtown. It's downtown.
Where you work?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't work for Chipotle. I work for Coles.
Okay. What kind of car does your brother have?
He don't have a car.
Who do you know that has a four-door red Taurus?
Nobody.
Nobody?
A photo red Taurus. Nobody. Hey, please bring me something.
I'm gonna see if there's anything here right now.
We have a little problem, amigo.
Put your feet down.
You didn't use your bus pass.
What you mean?
You didn't use it today,
They're recorded. Every time they're used, they're recorded.
and your picture's taken.
And you say I didn't use it.
The CTA says you didn't.
CTA says you didn't use it.
Last time you used it was the 22nd of September.
Was that my right bus pass?
It's the bus pass you had on you. How many do you have?
No, my girl got a 7-day too. That's what I'm saying.
What one did you have on you?
I have my bus card on me, some money.
They took it out of your pocket, so it had to be yours.
No matter whose it wasn't used.
Everything they took out my pocket, they threw on the floor in the house. So, I don't know. That my bus card was used today. No BS.
Your girlfriend says you didn't get there till about 11 o'clock.
She ain't said that.
I'm not saying it, she's saying it.
She also says she saw you with a 45.
With a who?
With a gun, a 45.
A couple months back, and she told you that you put it up under the bed, and she never saw it again after you left.
She ain't never seen me with no gun.
We don't have to lie to you, she's
Nah,
here,
I'm
she's
telling
telling
you.
us that.
I'm not saying. I'm telling you. I don't even own a gun. Don't have a gun.
What we're interested in is this kid, where's the kid?
Here we go with this. I don't know where he at. I don't. Last time I seen him was the last time I seen him on the phone with his mom, playing on his little grain machine. That's it.
On the phone? I didn't hear you. Last time you saw him was when?
I said, last time I seen him was on the front with his mama on his grain machine.
When was that?
Probably a week or 2 weeks ago. That was the last time I seen him.
Did you have a conversation? Are you two paying for a car? You and her?
We was paying on a car.
What kind of car is that?
It was a Chrysler LHS.
Okay.
She stopped making payments on the car for like 6 months.
Where's the car at now? Do we have a clue? When's the
It was
last time?
stolen off the block of 70th and Yield.
Was it stolen because you were 6 months behind? I don't mean you stole it.
No. I came from work. Bam, the car was sitting on the block. We called the police, made a little police report. They never found the car.
You made a report?
Yeah,
Whose name's on the report, yours or hers?
both of us.
Did you have a discussion with her this morning about the payments for the car or something like that?
She called me and told me Overland Bond said something about they're gonna start taking money out of check. They already done called my job a long time ago and told me the same thing.
Can I ask you a real stupid question? When you bought the car, did you buy insurance?
Yeah, I have insurance on that car.
Did you have theft insurance?
What kind of insurance?
Or what year is this LHS?
96 or 97, something.
What'd you pay for it, about?
It was running like almost 13 grand.
Let me try and explain this to you the way, I'm no expert on this, but when you buy a house, or if you buy a car, you have to have insurance on it, because if my car was stolen and I'm making payments, I ain't gonna make them anymore, okay? Because I'm not driving it and it's gone.
No, that's what the insurance company told us. Because you're pain right here in my stomach.
Why for
what?
It being cold. Are you? Right up in here.
Unzip your jacket. Take it off for a minute.
Why would you get a pain from being cold?
My muscles tighten up on right here. It's getting harder and harder.
Move around a little.
Pull up your sleeves. Where were you at when she called you?
About the overland blonde issue.
Whatever the conversation was this morning about the car payments.
What was that? I think I was just coming around.
Just getting there?
No, just coming around from the gas station card.
Why wouldn't she mention that to you when you were talking this morning?
Who?
You and her in the house.
About the overland bond? She told me that when she got to work. She talking about they just sent me a new paper and all of this, and I'm like,
My point is, wouldn't she, where did the paper come to, her work?
I guess so, cause she ain't tell me when we was at the crib, mama crib.
How'd you get that scratch on your head?
The one that's a mold now.
Pardon me?
The one that's a mold now.
Well, that's a mole up there?
It's a mold now.
Okay. It looks like a scan, sorry.
No, it's not, I'm scared.
So what time did she call you?
I don't know, probably like 8:10 or something.
8 what?
Probably like 8:10 or something like that, I'm not sure.
You told me you were in her house at 8:15.
Say she was running late.
Yeah.
Exactly. I just said I'm not sure what.
Okay, according to your cell phone, she called you at about 9 o'clock. And you were still in the neighborhood over there.
On my cell phone?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know the towers that show where your cell phone is?
I want to see that. I would like to really see that. She called me at 9 o'clock.
I'm not lying about it, I got the papers.
No, I'm saying, you said what she called me from, her number?
Yeah, she called you from her number to tell you about the garnishing of the check.
She called me private.
Today is Friday.
Huh?
Today is Friday.
I said she called me private.
Private.
She called me private this morning.
But it's on your phone records.
No, you said she used her number.
No. I ain't gonna argue with you. You were by in that neighborhood because it went off a cell tower by that neighborhood. Your phone was pinned in that area with the cell tower over there near 70th Street.
And you said it was at 8:15.
It was about 9 o'clock, yeah.
Oh, it was about 9 o'clock.
Did you ever have your car parked on Wentworth today?
No, I wouldn't say I had a parked on Wentworth.
Well, Wentworth is a street. You're either on it or you're not. Did you ever get out of the car after you parked it on Wentworth and walk back towards the house where she lives?
No.
Did you, after, no matter what time you left her house this morning, did you ever leave with anything in your hands?
When I left her house?
Like a box or something like that, or a crate?
No.
No.
Hell no. I left her
Were you
house.
parked on Wentworth or not?
No.
You never were parked on Wentworth? anymore?
No, not that I recall.
Well, it hasn't been that long.
I know.
We're not like asking you about a year ago, you know?
No, I'm not. Hell no.
Here's the main concern right now, is about your stepson.
I know. That's not my main concern. That is the concern.
You should be slightly concerned about yourself, because we've already caught you in about 6 or 7 lies.
Called me about 6 or 7 lies.
Mhm.
About what?
What we told you before.
Yeah.
Does she have any reason to lie?
It's,
That's your girl you got off the spall, dude.
oh.
Your phone records also indicate that you were calling her when you said you were at her house.
You said my phone records.
Mm-hmm, we have them all.
And you just said I was talking.
You called her, yeah, you called her about 10 minutes to 11.
About 10 to 11, you're calling her.
Yeah, so why would you call her if you were at the house?
From 10 o'clock on. Why would you call her? You don't know? We don't know either.
I need to see these records.
Listen, we're not making it up.
No, I'm just saying, because I'm not recalling this, what you talking about.
Well, here, if I was at home with my wife and she was in another room, why in the name of fucking God would I call her on the phone?
That is
That
retarded.
is strange, isn't it?
That's fucking retarded.
Mm-hmm.
So that shows that you were outside of her house when, at 10 minutes to 11.
When you said you were there. And you can argue with the CTA about whether or not you used your bus pass, but they make records of everything.
I know I used my card today.
Well, you sure as fuck didn't use it when you said you used it.
You said what?
Just what I said. You didn't use it at 69th Street, and you didn't use it since September 22nd, according to them, okay? I'm not Mr. CTA, so, but that's why they do. They track everything.
What was the 22nd?
About
That was
a month ago,
Wednesday?
almost. The 22nd of September. October. The last time you used that card was the 22nd of September. That's a month ago. I don't care if you used it 50 times yesterday. We're not dealing with yesterday.
I'm
We're
just
dealing with
saying,
today.
it shouldn't even be working. A Saturday. I want my card. It had to be an old ass card.
Where'd you get the card? Where'd you buy it?
You say what?
Where do you buy the cards at?
I bought all my cards from the currency exchange.
Where?
79 events in, sometimes downtown.
All different
uptown.
currency exchanges?
You say what?
They all sell them? I have no idea. I haven't been on a bus in 40 fucking years.
How come you didn't meet her last night when she came over to 83rd and Ellis?
Because I didn't hear my phone ringing. I didn't hear my phone ringing.
She's here.
Why didn't you hear your phone? Were you fucked up?
No.
Were you drinking it all yesterday? Or during the night?
You can be as drunk as you want to be, okay?
We don't care.
I know that I wasn't drunk. I was tired, but I didn't hear the phone ring. Not one time.
Did you drink during the night?
No.
You never had a drink yesterday?
Not at all.
You have no idea where that boy is.
No, but I'm asked, what do...
You gotta understand, we're catching you in all these lies, and that doesn't look good.
Yeah, I
for
kind of figured you was gonna say that, but what do yesterday got to do with today?
We're not even talking about yesterday. What do
No,
you-
he said last
No,
night.
no, but she told us that she went out there to help you,
Yeah.
and you didn't respond. It has nothing to do with today.
Let me put it to you this way. If that little boy turns up DEAD somewhere, you're gonna have a problem.
What you mean? I'm gonna have a problem.
That's what I said.
Man, you gotta help yourself. Nobody can help you but you.
Your former wife, or your current wife, whatever she is, says that they suspect you of taking Jason's .45 automatic out of the house.
In July.
In July. Well, hey, how would I know that? You think I'm making it up?
And another relative saw you with it.
You say what?
And another relative saw you with it.
That's what they're saying.
You said another her relative saw me with it? Man.
No, actually a friend of a relative.
That's what they're saying.
You know, like I said, you're the only one who can help yourself. I wasn't at that house. If they fucking attacked you, if the guy in the bed had the gun originally, I don't know.
I don't know.
But we'd like to know where that boy is.
You know, you act like this haven't been on my mind since I even heard about what happened today.
First of all, you lied to those officers.
Lied to what officers?
Because you didn't know. You didn't know that they were. Never mind. When did you find out that those people were dead?
Whoever called me first.
Who called you?
Brittany.
Who's Brittany?
The girl you still across the street. Then I called her mom, she worked at Popeyes. And she told me that her sister sent the police out there.
Did you call Julia?
Yeah, I called Julia.
Or did she call you?
No, I had to call her.
And what did Julia say to you?
I told you, she told me that somebody killed her mama and her brother. Well, she didn't say somebody, she said they, like she knew who the hell it was.
He was held for the maximum of 48 hours allowable without filing criminal charges against him, but that was until they found the murder weapon in the vacant lot and witnesses. After that, he was transferred over to the Illinois Department of Corrections on a parole violation for being arraigned with multiple first-degree murder charges, but pleading not guilty.
In Chicago, William Balfour has made his first appearance in court after being charged with killing actress Jennifer Hudson's mother, brother, and 7-year-old nephew in late October. The judge denied bond. Prosecutors say Balfour was angry because his estranged wife, Julia Hudson, sister of Jennifer, was dating another man.
On the day of the offense, he was in the house with Julia Hudson that morning before she left for work. He had stopped by and he saw a birthday present and he questioned her about where that birthday present came from and told her again that she was not to see other men.
And they say they have plenty of evidence tying Balfour to the 3 killings.
As I said in court, there is gunshot residue on the defendant's green Chrysler vehicle. That gunshot residue is indicative that he fired a handgun. He then moved that car after the crime and before he drove away with Julian King in the white Suburban. So yes, indeed, there is physical evidence.
Police discovered the vehicle and the 7-year-old's body inside several days after the shootings took place. Prosecutors also say Balfour made a confession to a girlfriend. But his attorney is warning against a rush to judgment.
We are extremely confident that once all of the evidence has come to light and has been tested by our vigorous analysis of the case, that William will be found not guilty.
Balfour's arrest record goes back more than a decade. In 1998, he was convicted of attempted murder and vehicular hijacking and given a 7-year sentence. Parole records show that as recently as June, he was arrested with crack cocaine in his car, but a judge dismissed the charge for lack of probable cause.
After answering questions about their knowledge of singer and actress Jennifer Hudson, 12 jurors and 6 alternatives were chosen for the trial. The jury was composed of 10 women and 8 men and was racially diverse. During opening statements, Williams' defense attorney told jurors that police targeted him for the crime because they were under the pressure to solve fast what they knew would become a high-profile case because of Jennifer Hudson's notoriety. Natalie Moore, a reporter and author who was present in court, gave a play-by-play of what happened on the stand about 4 years after the trial. According to Natalie, Jennifer was first to take the stand, and she shared how she didn't care for William.
She was the very first witness, and I think a lot of us were surprised by that. She said that she never liked Balfour, that's the defendant, and she said that the family didn't want her sister to marry him, and in fact, Julia Hudson and William Balfour got married in 2006 in December and didn't tell the family. It wasn't until a couple of months later that Jennifer said that she found out. And the couple lived together in the Yale house, and then after a year or so, in 2008, February 2008, they separated. They did divorce apparently last week. That was finalized, but they were separated during this time, but still had contact, physical contact, which we heard numerous times, and also communication. And she said that whenever she said, "I want to divorce you, this isn't working out," that he would say, "I'm going to kill you if you leave me. You'll be the last to die. I'll kill your family first." And she said that he said that about 25 times. So naturally, his public defender said, "Well, you never reported this to the police. You never got a protection order. Why not?" And she testified that she didn't believe him.
She also said Williams' defense attorney pointed out a few things in court. One, how Jason Hudson was said to be a drug dealer, and that may be a result of the murders. His defense also claimed that the DNA found on the weapon and fingerprints found in the SUV did not match William at all.
The defense has tried to say that maybe the police should have looked at Jason Hudson's background. He was a drug dealer, and that perhaps he had associates who wanted to harm him and then harm his family. And the prosecutors jumped ahead of that today, and they had different witnesses testify that Jason did not sell drugs in the home. In fact, a half-brother named Lonnie Simpson, who lives in Michigan, and he didn't become acquainted with the Hudson siblings until 1998. He said that he sold Jason the gun, and that's the gun that he owned that prosecutors are saying Balfour stole out of the house on Yale, and that is the gun that was used in the murders. Now, back to yesterday, the defense is saying that there's no DNA evidence of Balfour on that gun. But in fact, it was the gun that was used in the murder.
But it was the testimony from his then pregnant girlfriend that blew the entire court away. She testified that William told her to lie to the police about his whereabouts on the day of the murders. She initially agreed because she loved him, but she did not want to get in trouble. However, later, she changed her mind and told the jury of her conversation with William after he attacked the Hudson family. William's phone records were also an indicator that he may have been responsible. The testimony from a forensic investigator told the court how he pinged William's location using cell phone towers to both scenes of the murders. The jury deliberated 18 hours before finding William guilty on 3 counts of murder and several other charges in connection with the October 24th deaths of Darnell, Jason, and Julian. After the verdict, jury members described the process they used during their almost 18 hours of deliberations. First, they voted on whether each witness was credible or not. Then, they created a timeline of the crime to compare it to the alibi Williams' attorneys outlined during the trial. When the jury got around to take its first vote, it was a 9-3 favor of conviction. Some of us tried our best to make him innocent, but the facts just weren't there, a juror told reporters. Before he was sentenced, William was allowed to make a statement in court. "My deepest prayers go out to Julian King. I loved him. I still love him. I'm innocent, Your Honor." Not long after, William was sentenced to life without parole. In 2014, the sisters founded the Julian D. King Foundation. They also created a day called Hatch Day, where they go around giving local school supplies to children in need. The sisters also created the Hudson King Foundation for families of slain victims who have lost relatives to violent crimes. They want to make sure to help other people who have been in similar situations.
Whereas Julian D. King was born in Chicago, Illinois on August 14, 2001,
Jennifer Hudson just couldn't hold back the tears. A mayoral proclamation naming this Julian King Day in Chicago. Why was it so important for you to be there each and every day?
That's very easy to answer. My mother would have been there, so I had to be there every step of the way. Both of us did. Like, she never missed a beat, and to honor them and to do what we were taught to do, what we saw as example growing up, that was the only thing to be done, was to be there. So nothing else mattered. We had to be there. To have a vision and then to see it manifest and happen, and then to see so much beauty and love come from it, that's our ultimate goal.
Are things beginning to get back to normal for you?
I feel like as though we have like a new beginning, and it's beautiful. You know, we're still blessed, and I mean, we've had our loss, but we're finding our way.
In February 2016, William was interviewed by a local news station in Chicago. This was his first publicized interview since his conviction. During that interview, William stated that his sentence was due to a giant conspiracy that included the police, witnesses, and that he had nothing to do with the murders.
So now I can tell my side of the story of what happened on October 24th of 2008. We heard a loud bang. The police kicked the back door open. It wasn't no resistance or none of that, because they came in full force and put me right on the ground. We didn't know who it was. It could have been anybody.
Well, if you're getting calls about people killed and your face is on television and the police are about to come through your door...
Right, that's one option.
Well, what would the other option be?
It could have been anybody.
You understood why you would be a suspect, right?
As far as what?
As far as the murders.
No, I didn't understand. At all.
You didn't understand why you would have been considered a suspect?
No. For what? Everything that was said in trial about me making threats or anything like that, it was all new to me. All. My whole team wasn't ready for trial. They basically said that they wasn't ready for trial, but we was forced to trial. I mean, they done tested everything, and I was cleared of it. Evidence, the keys, was processed a month later. What police department take evidence off somebody and process it a month later? Keys that they saying that was in a file cabinet, locked up in the sergeant's office. Who is to believe that? What person in their right mind wouldn't just put them in evidence and then check them out when they need them? You did everything else that you took up off of me like that, processed the same day or the next day. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that was done that I just can't remember right off back. That was wrong. That was truly wrong.
Are people to believe that the key, the video, some of these statements, that those things, had they been presented, would have resulted in you being acquitted?
Yes.
These things show, in your opinion, that you didn't do this.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Exactly.
What about
the gun? I forgot about the gun too.
When Jennifer Hudson testified, she said that she would tell her sister over and over again not to marry you. Were you aware of that?
No.
What kind of...
I mean, when the relationship that we had, when she comes around, it's always hi or what's going on or bye. I mean, this is a female that I grew up with. We went to the same elementary school.
If you didn't kill Jennifer Hudson's family, who did?
I don't know. I mean, I could sit here and speculate to many names and just throw them out there to you. It still wouldn't solve it, period. The thing that got me is when my ex-wife got up on the stand and she knew for a fact that I never made a threat to her. When they was asked why didn't she get an order of protection, she said she didn't believe me. I mean, I can assume that she had something to do with it, just off of that fact.
Your ex-wife?
Right, but I'm not going to do that.
Well, you just did.
No, I said I can assume that. I'm not saying that she had something to do with it. I didn't do that.
What motive would she have?
I don't know. I say I can assume that she had something to do with it. But I just said I'm not going to do that.
You can understand why you were convicted, can't you?
Yeah. I can understand it.
You just don't agree with it?
No. I'm never going to agree with it.
You remember what the judge said about you when he sentenced you? You remember Judge Burns?
Yeah, I know who Judge Burns is. I just don't remember what he said.
Judge Burns said, your heart is an Arctic night and your soul is as barren as dark space. You understand what that means?
Yeah, it's his opinion.
Do you have a heart and a soul?
Of course I do. It's not what he said it is.
And you don't know who did it?
No.
Or you're just not willing to say?
No, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. You know how many people are steady getting out of penitentiaries for some that people think that they did and it wasn't true? For prosecutorial misconduct? For police misconduct? Abuse of discretion? I mean, all those words mean something, Mr. Gowdy. All of them. It just takes a matter of time. It's like a needle in a haystack. You gotta find it. Only way you're gonna find it if you lift it up and it fall out.
And you think you're capable of finding that needle on your own?
I think I'm on the right path.
The right path being what?
As far as doing my own legal work. Studying. Getting right to the point.
Do you think you should be someday exonerated for what happened?
I believe so. Our whole team wasn't ready for trial. They basically said that they wasn't ready for trial, but we was forced to trial. I mean, they done tested everything, and I was cleared of it. Evidence, the keys, was processed a month later. What police department take evidence off somebody and process it a month later? Keys that they saying that was in a file cabinet, locked up in the sergeant's office. Who is to believe that? What person in their right mind wouldn't just put them in evidence and then check them out when they need them? You did everything else that you took up off of me like that, processed the same day or the next day. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that was done that I just can't remember right off back. That was wrong. That was truly wrong.
Are people to believe that the key, the video, some of these statements, that those things, had they been presented, would have resulted in you being acquitted?
Yes.
These things show, in your opinion, that you didn't do this.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Exactly.
What about
the gun? I forgot about the gun too.
When Jennifer Hudson testified, she said that she would tell her sister over and over again not to marry you. Were you aware of that?
No.
What kind of...
I mean, when the relationship that we had, when she comes around, it's always hi, or what's going on, or bye. I mean, this is a female that I grew up with. We went to the same elementary school.
If you didn't kill Jennifer Hudson's family, who did?
I don't know. I mean, I could sit here and, yeah, I can understand it.
You just don't agree with it?
No. I'm never going to agree with it.
You remember what the judge said about you when he sentenced you? You remember Judge Burns?
Yeah, I know who Judge Burns is. I just don't remember what he said.
Judge Burns said, your heart is an Arctic night and your soul is as barren as dark space. You understand what that means?
Yeah, it's his opinion.
Do you have a heart and a soul?
Of course I do. It's not what he said it is.
And you don't know who did it?
No.
Or you're just not willing to say?
No, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. You know how many people are steady getting out of penitentiaries for some that people think that they did and it wasn't speculated to many names and just throw them out there to you? It still wouldn't solve it, period. The thing that got me is when my ex-wife got up on the stand and she knew for a fact that I never made a threat to her. When they was asked why didn't she get an order of protection, she said she didn't believe me. I mean, I can assume that she has something to do with it, just off of that fact.
Your ex-wife?
Right, but I'm not going to do that.
Well, you just did.
No, I said I can assume that. I'm not saying that she had something to do with it. I didn't do that.
What motive would she have?
I don't know. I say I can assume that she had something to do with it. But I just said I'm not going to do that.
You can understand why you were convicted, can't you?
Me and you, and we talking. So now I can tell my side of the story of what happened on October 24th of 2008. We heard a loud bang. The police kicked the back door open. It wasn't no resistance or none of that, because they came in full force and put me right on the ground. We didn't know who it was. It could have been anybody.
Well, if you're getting calls about people killed and your face is on television and the police are about to come through your door...
Right, that's one option.
Well, what would the other option be?
It could have been anybody.
You understood why you would be a suspect, right?
As far as what?
As far as the murders.
No, I didn't understand. At all.
You didn't understand why you would have been considered a suspect?
No. For what? Everything that was said in trial about me making threats or anything like that, it was all new to me.
In response to the interview, the Chicago Police Department said CPD stands firmly behind their investigation, which was based exclusively on the facts and evidence of a senseless murder. William is now serving his life sentence in Stateville Correctional Center near Joliet, Illinois.